Elkem Business Spot. My name is Elijah Kelvin Morongi, and this is Business Spot. So today is our Wednesday, the 24th of January, that is 2024. Of course, the year already started, but also it is very good that we are pushing it very, very smoothly, and we are almost getting to the month of February that most of the people actually call the love month. Today, we're going to be speaking pageantry, culture, diversity, and tourism. And tonight, we have a very, very big guest on this particular show. But just before we get to know the guest, but also to get into the gist of the discussion or this conversation, we're going to be going for a very, very short commercial break. And when we return, we're going to get to understand who is, what is pageantry, what is tourism, what is culture. But maybe let me first take the absolute honor to introduce to you our guest of today. She is the Miss Tourism Bunyoro 2022, but also she is a coach, a coach and a judge of pageantry. So that actually means while you're organizing these pageantries, you are in position to look out for her, to be in position to of Royal Adventures, UG, and she is Jen Murungi Aboki. Welcome on the show.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Hi viewers, thank you for tuning in. My name is Murungi Jen. As earlier said before, I'm a Munyoro. I come from Kijura, Masindi district.
Oh, Kijura, just here.
Yes. I'm so glad to be here. Please stay tuned.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. So much, Jenny. I don't know why I prefer Jenny to Jen. So I don't know how the NIE comes in versus the NE, the Jenny and Jen. Is it a nickname or it is something that other people prefer as well?
It's what actually most people prefer. Most people call me Jenny. And I also like it, and I'm like, okay, cool, let's go with that. All
right, so Jenny, before we get into the whole discussion and what we're going to be talking about today, maybe a very, very short background of how you get into pageantry. Are you just passionate about it? Did you go to school for it? Is it ekintu kiwagwira mubugwa or it's a profession of its own?
Well, my story about pageantry, it all started in 2022 when I was at campus. In my first year at Makerere University. My friend looked at me.
Wait. 2022?
Yeah.
In your first year at campus?
Yeah.
Jen, I'm older than you.
So you thought
2022. Okay, 2022 is just yesterday here, and first year looks like yesterday as well because this is the first month of 2024, and you know. Okay.
So my friend looks at me and she's like, you know what? You should go for Miss Tourism. And I was like, really? She was first runners-up of Miss Tourism Karamoja. So she was like, you're so fit for pageantry. Please. And I've always admired these girls, but you know, you're always nervous. You're like, will I manage? You know how pageantry has a lot of competition. So
sending links, what, vote for me, things like that.
And I'm someone that doesn't like stressing about certain things. So she kept on encouraging me. Then when they started calling contestants, she sent me the flyer. Then I contacted Rita, our cluster head.
So we're actually speaking of Miss Tourism Bunyoro.
Yes.
Okay.
So then I applied. They asked us for photos and all that. Boom. The competition starts. So I actually didn't expect to win. I think it was by God's grace and also my own hard work. That is how I managed to be the winner in that year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now the journey starts in 2022.
Yes.
But it looks like you've been in pageantry like 5 years ago.
Why?
Because with the kind of activeness, the things you've done, I don't know if it also comes with trust, because it looks like even okay. Let us go a little bit slow. I've seen quite a number of your pictures at the Ministry of Tourism, and I keep on wondering, what is she doing there? Do you go and do certain things there, or it is something you would want to take us through with the viewers?
Actually, you've said it all starts with you loving what you're doing. Okay. Me personally, I wasn't into tourism when I joined, but I loved tourism. Okay. I also wanted to do like a bachelor's in tourism, but my parents were against it. Okay. As you know, certain parents, but after me joining pageantry and all that, and they're like, why not? So at the Ministry of Tourism, I just go and they call me, maybe if there is something I need to share with some of them that work there. Okay. So that is when I go there.
Jen, the speed, because you see, 2022 is just last year but one, because we've just ended 2023 and this is 2024, and then you've been in just a span of 1 year and then before you know it, I've seen you so much in Explore Uganda. I mean, what is so different about you that some people are not doing? Because guess what, I have seen a lot of people that have been in this pageantry since, you know, actually the other day we were speaking about quite the same with Rita, and then you keep on wondering, what are they not doing that you're doing uniquely?
First of all, me, I love tourism, and when you love something, you give it all. So when someone sees you doing something, actually some of these gigs that I get, coaching children, contestants, judging in pageants and all this and all that, some of these people spot me from what I do. So they are going to be like, this girl is good at this, she does this. So that is how people get to spot you, and that is how you get opportunities. But most girls, when they finish crowning them, they go and sit down and they think opportunities are going to look for them. Yeah. But you have to fight for your space.
But they are girls. They are girls. And you see how you've handled these girls at the pageant, like they are like, anyway, they are queens. I was about to say they are like queens, but you do call them queens. Yeah. Like soft life.
There is no soft life in tourism. You've never been to our boot camp.
Okay, it's terrible.
Not terrible, but it's so educating. Okay. So if you go out of boot camp and you really know what you want, because they educate us, we meet a lot of people from different organizations that come and mentor us. Okay. So from there, by the time you're leaving boot camp, you know what to do next. Because there is life after pageantry. You can use this platform to either get what you want, or you just be with it and it means useless, because there are so many girls that have been into pageantry and they have left unnoticed because they don't know what they want, probably. I don't know.
Okay. Yes. All right, now let's dive into it, Queen Jenny. So now the thing is, people misunderstand tourism, culture, and pageantry. How are the three the same, or how are they different?
Tourism, when you talk about tourism is something that is very big. It involves our culture, heritage, everything. Tourism is almost everything.
So it's more the mother.
Yeah, it's the mother. Because if you talk about the types of tourism, there are quite so many. Because there is culture tourism, there is faith tourism, there is education tourism, there is sports tourism. Meaning, like, there are so many examples. There are so many things that fall under tourism. So when you talk about heritage, it is still under tourism. When you talk about see me putting on omwenagiro, that is culture. It comes back under tourism.
For purposes of the viewer, omwenagiro is?
Omwenagiro is our culture wear as Davanyoro. Yeah. So if someone sees me putting on omwenagiro, or maybe someone is seeing me dancing manyoro, obviously someone will be out there. Someone from Karamoja is going to want like to learn more about what I'm trying to showcase about my region.
Okay.
So it comes back to tourism. I don't think they are different in any way.
Okay,
But
they are just the same.
Yeah,
but
they are the same,
how
but a
it is
little
done.
bit different. So heritage is what we are.
Okay.
Yes.
Cultural heritage, what we are, and okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm trying to digest all of them at the same time. You see, we do participate, but sometimes we go missing certain things because who knows? We are not told, we do not have books to read about that. But anyhow, maybe they are quite there and we need to explore all of them. So now, the business of tourism, pageantry, and culture diversity, how are these leading in the business aspect, or how can someone define them as business?
Actually, what did you say? Pageantry?
Yeah.
Pageantry,
Culture and tourism.
and tourism. So basically, when you talk about pageantry being a business, I wouldn't like to say that because first of all, it is a platform.
Okay.
When someone comes, by the way, if it wasn't for pageantry, I wouldn't be here. You wouldn't have known me.
Okay.
So I wouldn't want to term it as a business.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, according to me, pageantry is more of a platform that is given out to girls out there instead of doing maybe things that do not build them or do not make them into better persons. They would join pageantry whereby they're given the platform to showcase what they have, and that is where they get opportunities and become tourism ambassadors. And there are so many people that have benefited in pageantry. Some of these girls have turned out to be CEOs of tour companies.
Yeah,
some
that's
of
right.
them are brand ambassadors.
Yeah.
Some of them,
Just like you, did you say it's called Royal?
Yeah,
Royal.
it's Royal Adventures Uganda. Actually, its CEO was a tourism queen, but in 2021.
Okay.
Yes.
Who is that?
That is Vanita Businje.
Okay.
She was the Miss Tourism Ankole and then Miss Tourism Uganda Heritage. But she also went for the international pageant. She was Miss Tourism Uganda World. And then last year, she went to Nigeria and participated in Miss Tourism Africa.
Okay.
And that is how she managed to become the Miss Tourism Africa ambassador. So she's a big person.
Okay.
Yes.
So now, you would like us to take pageantry as a platform.
Oh, yeah.
Should we say it is completely for non-profit, or at some point there is profit, or it is more of a community thing, or it's more of charity? How can we identify pageantry? Because at least at the end of the day, we need to understand that, it's something to do with.
According to me, I don't think it's beneficial, because if it was really beneficial, we shouldn't be having sponsors. Yes. Since we have sponsors, these people are there to support us. Because if it was something that is, there is, we may be getting some money, but it's not even there because there are a lot of expenses. At the end of the day, you need production, you need this, you need that, you need to organize for the people, you're paying for the venue. So it is actually so much than what people think.
Okay, so maybe we can say it's more of organization things and for non-profit.
Yeah.
Just so to support the girl child.
Yes.
Yes, and the community because, maybe because I have seen it very many times that when you people are doing or organizing these pageantries, there are a lot of people to benefit. I've seen the likes of Darling. I've seen even us.
Even you.
Yes. Yeah, because of at the end of the day, maybe we are getting some kamane while we do support in one way or the other. Yes, I think, maybe it's good to say it's for non-profit at your end and for profit at our end.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yes. All right. Now, speaking of culture, because there is so much of culture diversity, how does pageantry reflect culture or the different cultures?
So pageantry reflects cultures in so many different ways. Because if you follow these Miss Tourism activities, I'm talking about Miss Tourism because it is the pageant that, it's the best pageant I know that taps, like it talks more about tourism. It brings the culture aspect, the wildlife, everything, the food and all this. So the culture aspect comes in. When you see these girls on stage, you find them showcasing their culture outfits.
Okay.
Some of them perform their talents. You find someone dancing their culture dance. So all this reflects who we are, the various culture diversities we have. When you go to the national level, you'll find someone is representing Kadodi from Eastern Uganda. You'll find, yes.
Okay. So now, how do you get to see that you bring all those cultures together? Because Uganda, I'm not certain about the total number of cultures that
56.
we have in 56.
Yes.
Okay, of course, as a tourism queen, how do you fail to know that? And then before you know it, you know all the number of whatever in the country, and even the number of birds, lions, what. Okay, you guys know a lot of things. Okay, now, how do you manage to see that you have all these cultures all together?
When you talk, you're asking about the cultures coming in together. That is why we move in different regions. There are 12 regions under Miss Tourism Uganda. That is Bunyoro, Karamoja, Teso, Busoga, Buganda, Chigezi, Rwenzori, to mention but a few, but there are 12 regions. So you'll find out that in every region they are selecting the top 3 girls that at the end of the day will represent.
Those are?
Pardon?
Those are the top 3?
Yeah, the top 3 girls, the best girls in each region.
So we're looking at the queen.
The queen, the first runners-up, and the second runners-up of each region. So at the end of the day, they meet at UWEC. That is where we always have our boot camp, and we really appreciate UWEC for always hosting us. That is the zoo. For those that don't know what UWEC is.
Yeah, maybe in full.
you work in full. That is Uganda Wildlife Education Conservation Center. Yes. Okay. So you find out that these girls come together and they are from different regions. You find that each region is represented. That is how you find there is a lot of diversity. You'll find that I'm from Bunyoro, but I know how the Karamojongs dance. I know what they about your culture.
I actually saw your video. Yeah. While you are, was it you or Zaki at Let the Power Shine? That is the last one that you had about Zaki. A week ago.
Yeah. In northern Uganda.
That? Yeah, in northern Uganda.
Oh, yes.
And then I kept on wondering, how do you get to know all those dances? I mean, you're not even a northerner, not even close.
We are trained.
Not even close to one, but you find the languages. At least you're in position to understand or even speak.
That is why sometimes we have boot camps.
Yes. I think I need to be in the boot camp with the girls, of course. All right. So, Queen Jen, getting to the tourism impact, because the pageantry is there, but also the tourism is here. So now it takes me back to the question of what is the impact of pageantry in tourism as a whole?
The role of pageantry in tourism is that when these girls are crowned at the end of the day, they become obviously tourism ambassadors. And as a tourism ambassador, you're supposed to sell where you come from, your region, your country. So at the end of the day, these girls have platforms. You've been following me, you've been following Zaki maybe and some other girls. You see what we do out there. When there is something that we have to push, we push for it. At the end of the day, people are going to learn about what Uganda is like. I'll give an example of Zakia. because she has done so much, and she has really been of a very great impact to the tourism industry. Yeah.
That's the Paul
The
Shine
Pearl Shine ambassador. Yes, she has really promoted tourism through her social media platforms. Even me myself, even Whitney and the rest of the people. So, at the end of the day, when we go and sell what Uganda is like, we are going to go for these explore campaigns, take pictures, post, take short videos, and talk about what we are experiencing. One or two people may get interested. They're like, I have to go to Uganda. And I've met those people, like in my inbox. Some people come and be like, you know what? I've never been to Uganda, but because of you, I think I should come and see what Uganda
so that
is about.
That is with the publicity
Yes.
that you keep on doing. All right, now I would really like to understand with the viewer as well how the pageantry, because for as much as we're going to all those tourist sites, you understand the languages, you understand the cultures. I think there is a lot to do again when it comes to exploration, because I've seen a lot of campaigns. I don't know if Explore Uganda is a campaign, or if it is an entity. Yeah. So I would like to know, how do you guys dive into it exactly? What is the whole thing?
About Explore Uganda?
No, about the pageantry and tourism. How do the two really get together?
When you talk about pageantry,
All right, welcome back from that short commercial break. My name is Elijah Kelvin Murungi, and today we are with the Queen of Bunyoro. I have always seen that on your Twitter, yeah, and I keep on saying to myself, okay, the Queen of Bunyoro, that is fine. You see, Jen, I don't know if I'm supposed to call you by your titles. There are quite very many. But our viewers, today we have Queen Jen Murungi Aboki, the Queen of Bunyoro, and also the ambassador of Royal Adventures, but also a coach and a judge for pageantry. So we stopped at, we were trying to understand tourism versus the pageantry and its impact, the pageantry impact on the tourism of Uganda. Let's try to scale it. On a scale of 1 to 10, how has pageantry contributed to tourism?
It's, I think it's 50%. It's
50?
5. Yeah, that is 5.
5%?
Yes.
Okay, 5%. 5 out of 10?
Yes.
Oh, which makes it actually 50%.
Yes.
Well, why 50?
Because these girls do a lot of things. When you see what even they do and even in their regions and also for the country, it's a lot. Apparently, Miss Tourism Uganda has come up with a campaign of Let the Pearl Shine.
Okay.
That is basically talking about general cleanliness and, keeping our country clean because Uganda at some point is dirty.
Okay.
So when a beauty pageant comes up with such a campaign, it is helping Ugandans and it is also benefiting the sector because if these tourists come into a dirty country, it comes back to us. If they give bad reports about us and maybe the next time we have very few visitors around, it is still on us. So by doing that, I think they are being of a positive impact. We also have another campaign that is road safety, advising people to drive safely on roads. And tourism includes a lot of things.
Okay.
So when you're traveling to those tourism sites and you drive recklessly, you drink while you're driving, you're overspeeding, you may not reach your destination. So that is already also a very good impact on us as a country, as a region, to educate these people to always be safe and drive well as they're visiting. And also when these girls are marketing the country, it still benefits us. So it's a 50 for me, yeah. They are the face of the country. If someone goes internationally and they are talking about Uganda, it is still about us.
I actually saw Queen Nabukonde,
Yes.
who is currently the Miss Tourism Uganda.
Yeah.
While she was in, was it Malaysia?
Yes.
Yeah, that was really so good.
Yes. So these girls are really doing a lot to promote tourism.
And also to promote the country as well.
Yes, to promote the country as well.
All right. Now, speaking of preservation of the culture, quite a lot I have seen the dress code of the queens. Okay, it is very, very exciting. And at some point, I had a friend of mine who said, man, I think I need to pick a girl from the pageantry because I don't know. I don't know if it is the pageantry is quite selective on who. I don't know if you have to send pictures first of how you look like because credit.
By the way, let me make this clear to everyone out there. We do not have conditions.
Or you should be light skinned.
You should be light skinned. You should be slim. You should be. In Miss Tourism, we don't have that because it is tourism.
It is
tall. Not modeling. When you start bringing certain things like you should be tall, you should not have a big tummy, you shouldn't be short. You're trying to limit other people. You get. Someone may have the love to promote tourism and become an ambassador, but because of what because of your qualifications. She may not qualify. So we as Miss Tourism, we do not have that. Everyone is welcomed. You compete. When you're good, you win. Yes.
Okay, now getting back to cultural heritage preservation, how has pageantry, or let's put it to Miss Tourism Uganda, been in position to preserve culture?
Through encouraging these contestants to dress in their culture outfits, because if you when you're going for the national competition, they give you a list of what to take, and they tell you come with a traditional outfit of your culture in your particular region. Even the dancing outfits, they tell you come with let me say a traditional dance outfit from your region. So you find these girls tugenda ne binanka, ne bisansa, ebinyege, you know, ebikohi. So it is also preserving our culture and showcasing what we have as a region and as a country. When you see the other ones having the mushanana here as they are dancing, you see us tujwaire ebinyege, you see the Baganda putting on the chikoi and cow skin. That is like, it shows, it brings together in all the regions of Uganda. Like, it showcases what Uganda has. Yes, because you're going to see a Karamojong putting on their checked skirts with beads around, all looking beautiful. So it is so much about culture as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, why is this important to tourism? The cultural heritage, the cultural preservation. How is it important, and why is it important?
It is, how is it important is, you see, when you talk about tourism, you bring in the culture aspect. So when these people are showcasing their culture out there, someone is going to watch this and be like, you see how this girl is dancing, probably online or somewhere. And they are like, why can't I go and visit Karamoja? Is that not an impact?
It's an impact.
Yes, because our aim is to promote our country and what we are. So if someone is seeing I'm dancing, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, they will get that morale of being like, I need to go and visit Bunyoro and see what they have, like more of what they have.
Okay.
So at the end of it all, it is a positive impact. When these people obviously come, probably to the region, they visit our hotels, they support our local people. So it is good for us as a region and a country as well.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
Now, speaking of collaborations with the tourism boards, because while you do all these things, I have seen very many times Uganda Tourism Board doing the Ministry of Tourism,
Yes.
you work,
Yes.
Wildlife Authority, Uganda Wildlife Authority.
Yes.
How is this kind of collaboration, or how do you collaborate with these people in pageantry?
We collaborate with them in a way that, so the Miss Tourism is like, it collaborates with the Ministry of Tourism.
Okay.
Yes. So now when you see these Explore campaigns, that is the best example I can give in this topic.
Okay.
It is a campaign that promotes domestic tourism, but under the Ministry of Tourism. So they call us as the queens. We go and be part of this. We are marketing the country. We are doing this. We are doing that. Maybe if UWA has something to put out, we also push it with them. So that is how we collaborate with them.
Okay, and then...
And also you find in that when these people see you, maybe if you're tourism queen, if maybe you study tourism or maybe something in that line, and you apply for a job maybe in UWA or in any of the tourism board, you find that it is an added advantage for a queen to get that job because you've been in the field and they have seen what you're doing. So that is how we collaborate with them.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Queen Jenny. Thank you so much, our viewers that are keeping it live on Elkem TV. This is Elkem Business Spot. Of course, it happens every Wednesday from 11 a.m. up to midday, or that is 12 p.m. And tonight, just like we mentioned, or just like I mentioned earlier, we are with the Miss Tourism Bunyoro 2022, but also a debate non-debate, a judge, and a coach for pageantry. I think we've been on a debate together, so it keeps on coming back. Yeah, it keeps on coming back. All right, now getting to the local economic impact, because as you do all these activities, you do not do them in the sky or in the blues up there. You do them in the community. What is the impact so far for pageantry?
For the communities?
Yes.
Yeah, so when the impact for pageantry to the communities is when you have Miss Tourism Bunyoro going on.
Okay.
People are going to come, let me say to HB. People are going to buy drinks. People are going to, support the hotel, even us maybe paying. That is already supporting the locals. You're going to buy maybe food somewhere. And also when maybe tourists, when these girls market, Bunyoro, and maybe we get visitors, you get. These visitors are going to sleep in our hotels. They are going to buy crafts around Hoima, Masindi, Kiriandongo. They are going to buy pineapples along the way. It all supports the local people, because I'm not going to come from America and with everything.
Okay.
I'm going to eat food here. I'll love to experience what Bunyoro is about. So it gives income for the local people. It is not about us, but it also benefits the local people. When you're talking about cleaning the environment, it is not on it also benefits someone, like the people that are selling things there, maybe in a dirty place. At the end of the day, the place is clean, they are safe from diseases. So it is giving back to the community as well. We also have queens that do charity. Yes, they go, maybe someone has a birthday and it's like, since this is my birth month, I want to give back to community.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. And now, for as much as you do not want us to say pageantry is a business, but for now I will say the pageantry business.
Okay.
Yes. How has the pageantry business, more especially for you as the tourism queen, how have you been in position to see that you have inclusion and diversity for both the contestants and the audience?
When you talk about that, when you bring people together, and like when the contestants come and they are representing, you'll find that someone is from Masindi, someone is from Kiriandongo. I'm talking about Bunyoro here now. Okay. You'll find that people are together and they have come in to support their people. But at the end of the day, what impact, like what have you showcased to these people? What have they learned? You see, when people talk about pageantry, some people have like this negative thing about pageantry. But
and what is that? Today we need to clear the air.
Yeah, we need to clear the air, sure. When you see that someone is, like when someone sees this one is a queen, but that is not the case. But we have made it clear, when people see Murungi, they don't see me as a spoiled girl. Okay. They see me as that girl that has inspired people, that has worked so hard at her age. Yes. So
underline that word, at her age.
Yes. I'm just 22.
Okay.
Yes. I'm 22 years. I made 22 on the 21st of January.
Yes. And today we mark that age, 22. Yes. So we will use the same clip against you when you start reducing the age. that is 5 years from now. Okay. While you're 27 and you still want to be a sweet 25 or something. But okay, that's just by the way.
So that is it.
All right. No, I would like us to a little bit dive into the issue of inclusiveness or inclusivity, because sometimes we need to understand, how are we inclusive? How is the pageantry inclusive? Is there some sort of discrimination that Wakinu or Tagada or Taija? How inclusive is the pageantry?
As I said before, these people move in 12 regions. They
Okay.
go to Karamoja, they come to Bunyoro.
Mm.
They go to Buganda, they go to Teso. They go to Renzori, they go to Chigezi. So it includes everyone. You find that everyone is brought in. When you look around, you find that a West Nile is not left out. You find that in northern Uganda, someone from northern Uganda is not left out. So it includes everyone. And I said they do not consider anything, whether you're short, whether you're what. We also have Miss Tourism Independent that favors people with disabilities. So at the end of that
Miss
day,
Tourism Independent.
Yes.
I have not heard about that.
it is also under Miss Tourism Uganda, but unfortunately, last year, 2023, we didn't have it, but in our year, we had it at
Okay.
the national level. So you find out that even people with disabilities, even someone that has, like, doesn't talk or maybe doesn't hear, you know, maybe the person is lame, they are still considered like, you know, when you may find that there is someone that would love to maybe come to Uganda or do this or do that, but maybe because the person doesn't have the ability to hear, or maybe not, someone doesn't have the ability to read, and they are discouraged. But when you involve everyone, ability is not inability. So
disability is not inability.
Yes, sorry. When you come in and see these people also giving a platform for these young girls that are, you know, disabled, you know, someone is an albino, and you know what society has thinks about such people, but they are not discriminated, meaning everyone is included and no one is left out. You just have to fight hard to be the best girl at the end of that day.
All right. So now, how about the audiences? How do we include the audiences? How inclusive are we in terms of who sees the pageantry, who joins, who takes part in it, who supports, who patterns, who
Everyone.
partners?
So when you come to the audience, obviously everyone is welcomed. When the voting comes in, everyone is allowed to vote. They don't hide anyone to see anything. When they are choosing these people, people are judged. These girls are judged when everyone is seeing. When someone is not, you know, when someone has failed,
they have failed.
They have failed, but just that you cannot impress everyone. But I mean, everyone is included. If they were not included, probably they will sit in a panel and come up with who the winner is. But since they want to include everyone, you find out that grand finale is on this day, please come. Because they want to come and see you, like they want you to come and witness.
Yes. Not in a hideout. All right. Now, speaking of balancing modernity and tradition, because I guess this is where the line is. Yeah, the technology is here. There is this whole modern society, but also you have to preserve the culture and also the tradition. How do you balance the two in pageantry?
There is time for everything.
Okay.
Yes. When it is time to do something that is about culture, you do it. When it is time, that is why at some point you'll find me dressed in a certain way. And then the next day you'll find me going for Mpango, dressed decently.
In the Mpango wear.
Yes.
I have heard about the Mpango wear. I think I need to discover how it looks like. Maybe you can describe it for the viewer.
The Mpango wear. Obviously, you just have to put on something that portrays the Bunyoro culture.
And what is that?
And that is, you can put on the omwenagiro as a woman. You as a man always do kanzus, backcloths.
Do I have a different scenario of Mpango wear? I think it's quite different from what you're speaking of.
I went to Mpango last year, and that is what I saw. So me, I'm speaking about what I saw.
Okay. Okay, what you saw.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Queen Jenny. We're still speaking pageantry, tourism, and culture. Welcome back from that short commercial break. My name is Elijah Kelvin Murungi, and tonight I have Murungi Jen. How we managed to do the Murungi thing, I do not understand. But either way, we are the Murungis. Yeah, if the Murungi thing goes beyond beyond just the business spot, that is for us to be in position to sort. But anyhow, we're still speaking pageantry and culture and the tourism business. So we stopped at we're going to pick it from the virtual experiences, because while the pageantry does happen, we usually have the people at the global stage, or the people that are out there that would like to keep on following what does really happen in Uganda or Miss Tourism Uganda or any sort of pageantry that you usually engage in. How does this happen?
We as Queens, we have our social media platforms, but also as an organization like Miss Tourism Uganda or Miss Tourism Bunyoro. Actually, all the regions have their own platforms as well. Then when also these queens, they also have their own platforms. So at the end of the day...
What platforms are we referring to?
I mean social media handles.
Okay.
So besides the Facebook, the Twitter, the WhatsApp, the Instagram and all that, we also do media interviews.
Okay.
Yes.
Just like this one?
Just like this one. If I have an event, that is where we communicate from, and that is how people get engaged, or maybe they get to know about what we are up to. Yes.
Okay. I have seen so many times on events, more especially when you get to the grand finale, while we were in Hoima, that is at HB Hotel, and then for the grand finale at Kampala Serena Hotel. Maybe just to dive into, again, the virtual experiences. How are you in position to tap into the digital era on those events?
The digital era, it is through social media platforms, obviously, because who doesn't know what social media is? Someone in P7 knows, someone knows Facebook, someone wants to be on TikTok. So we use those platforms to promote our events, the lives. We go and do TV announcements, radio announcements. That is how we go about that.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. And now our time is really fast spent, but maybe lastly is measuring success. What metrics do you use to say that now kino tukiteirege? Yeah, more especially in the pageantry, because for as much as you say it is not a business, but maybe at the end of the day you need to measure your success.
Yes.
You need to find out, was this a successful pageant? Was it a successful year for
me as a queen?
Yes, for you as a queen.
Yes.
What do you use to... What metrics do you use? As
I said before, when they give you this platform, you either use it well or leave it. So you find that some of these girls turn out to be good people, important people at the end of the day. Yeah. Actually, what they do right these days, they even give employment opportunities to queens. You find that someone that was Miss Tourism Bunyoro 2022 is now maybe a PR or at Miss Tourism Uganda. You find that someone that was Miss Tourism Ankole is now having her own tour company. You'll find it is so much. This person is being like a brand ambassador of something. So that is an achievement. When they go out there, people have gotten jobs through Miss Tourism. When someone sees your CV and they're like, I was Miss Tourism, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, they will be like, you know what?
I would like to work with you.
I would like to work with you. I have people that have really approached me, but just that I think I don't want to be in this region, but if I really wanted to.
So you want to do brain drain. You want them to do brain drain on you so that we lose that brain to other regions.
No. Like, okay, if it's God that decides, if God decides one day, I'll come back here.
In Kijurand.
In Kijura to be ribase.
To be ribase.
Hey.
All right, Jen, it's been good to have you on this particular episode of Elkem Business Spot. We always here every Wednesday, and that is from 11 a.m. up to 12 p.m. All right, maybe lastly, some of the benefits. You've spoken about ambassadors, you've spoken about job
CEOs,
opportunities,
yeah.
you've spoken about starting up things, businesses, etc., etc. Let's talk about a little bit of personal growth as a queen. What are some of the the benefits?
I have really gained so much in pageantry. I've got to meet.
Should we say or conclude that pageantry has made you, or you've made it?
Actually, pageantry has made me who I am today. I've met a lot of people that maybe if it wasn't for this, I wouldn't have known them. You get.
Okay.
So I'm currently a brand ambassador at Royal Adventures. That is already a very big achievement for me. I have been a pageant coach and a trainer on big pageants like Miss Bunyoro, Little Miss Tourism Uganda. So it is really good for me. Some of the things are personal, I can't speak them on air. Maybe if you talk to me, that is when I'll tell you. So
I would definitely talk to you.
Yeah.
And you tell me. All right. Thank you so much, Queen Jenny, for showing up on this particular show. But maybe, do you have any last bit for our viewers?
What I can tell everyone out there, tourism is everyone's business. Me as a queen, it is my business, it's your business, it's everyone's business. So let's promote our country and showcase what Uganda or Bunyoro has to offer, because it is who we are, and at the end of the day we all benefit out of this. So, and let's keep our country clean. That is what I can say. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.
All right. Thank you so much, Queen Jenny. It's been good having you on this particular show. Our viewers that have been watching us live on Elkem TV, thank you so much for keeping it live on Elkem TV.
And one more thing, by the way, I'm forgetting to send regards to... I would like to send my regards to Abuoli, Queen Mother. That is Karongi Rita. I love you so much. Thank you for mentoring me. Thank you for empowering me. I would love to send my other regards to my very good friend. That is Queen Whitney.
I saw that coming.
She actually texted me. If you don't, our friendship is over.
It's done.
Yes, to my family, my mom, my brothers and sisters, my friends watching out there, thank you so much for loving me. And please subscribe to this channel. Yes. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Queen Jenny. Okay, Queen Whitney. That is how you've survived, and that is how you've remained friends with Whitney. Yes. All right, our viewers, thank you so much for keeping it live on Elkem TV. We're going to be going for another show, and that is the chat spot just after here at exactly 2 p.m. Remy, Mother of Five, and the guests will be here to take you through the date money. How much money are you supposed to be getting as a lady after the date? How much money? I need to tell this to Remy as she's coming for the show. How much money are we supposed to give you as men after the date?
It depends on which kind of lady you're taking out on a date.
We are talking about you. Goli wa mmeka mkwano.
I don't want to give people words.
You don't agala basale mugambo.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, is the debt money necessary after?
I don't think it's necessary.
As long as ka transport mwekali akakuzayo.
Sina ka transport. Whatever. Girls should stop that mentality that it is always meant to provide. You know, when you call me and you're like, you know what, I need to meet you up. I don't think I need to tell you, hey, it's okay, Diange, Vicky, Tinkozere. No. You're supposed to put some class on you as a lady. So you mean without this man, you weren't making hair, or you didn't have
do the nails,
or maybe you didn't have clothes.
Okay.
So I think we should learn how to be independent. If you meet someone, it shouldn't always be about money. Yeah.
You've had it for yourself. That is Queen Jenny for you. Our viewers, I cannot go past this particular time. Have a very, very good afternoon.